Hi guys, many of you after reading our tutorials comment saying I would love to try it but I can't use certain tools. So I thought it'd be a good idea to show you how to use most basic tools to empower you to make more, try more. At the moment there is a National Home Improvement Week, which it's a perfect opportunity for you to try something new. As the first video, I thought it'd be very good to show you how to use the most basic tool, power tool, which is drill. Before we start, I would like to run down of all the components and what they do with you, so you have a little bit of an idea of how the drill works. Basically, on the bottom you have battery. This is a codeless drill, so the battery is removable and you can charge it up. My drill is a Hitachi model, but I have also a codeless Stanley. Both of them have 18-watt batteries, which last me quite a long time. Stanley one is about 5 years old and it's still working quite perfectly. So bio battery wise, anything with lithium ion is really good, so you can obviously recharge. It will last you longer than the NiCad batteries, if they're still selling them. I'm not quite sure. So then, as soon as you remove the battery, which slides out, that's a drill stand. Well, it stands when you want to. Okay, here you have a trigger switch. That's the battery. These side buttons, they are on both sides, left and right, guide the drill, tell the drill which direction it's supposed to be drilling or turning. You also use that switch to attach bits, drill bits, but on that later. Then you have here you have a speed change, which is a high and low. This is a torque selection clutch, which have numbers from 1 to 22. That's the speed which drill is going, and then you have the drill selection that obviously are used to screw the screws in as soon as they are in the roll plug. And then you have a hammer. Some drills have hammer drill. I love that because if you're drilling through the brick wall, hammer drill pack a little bit more punch, and it helps to drive the drill bit into it. Okay, yeah. So that's the main bits. Now, before you start, you have to attach a drill bit. Be it a screwdriver bit or a drill bit. To do that, I usually reduce the power on the drill. Then I use the left button, so I press that in to open those arms that hold the drill bit. So I'm going to show you how this basically works. This is open now, so I'm going to close them. You're going to hold the jack. If you notice, I'm pressing the power, holding only the jack, not that. You have the arms that basically hold your drill bit or a screwdriver bit. So you can basically fit any size of a standard drill bit or screwdriver bit, from the smallest one to the biggest. Now we're going to open that, press left. Oh, put the screwdriver bit, hold the jack. Now it's locked. And you are ready to drill. In a second I'm going to show you. Right, to make sure you have a right tool for the right job, there are certain types of drill bits you need to be aware they are and what to use for what job. Basically, the most basic one, it's a wood drill bit. You will recognize that because it has a moment. I'm trying to focus and my camera is not, it has a pointy top, you can see that here. Now in my luck I'm going to end up stabbing myself like I did last week with the scissors. But anyway, so that's the wood drill bit. The next one is flat wood spade bit. Obviously my set have so many years now. I use that to make holes, like when I was doing my daughter's desk, I used the bigger spade to create a hole in the desk so she could put all the power cables through it. They are pretty handy. Then the next one is a normal masonry bit. If you notice, it has flat bits on the side. I'm trying to focus the camera. Flat bits on the side, kind of like a T shape, just a little small. And then last one is a metal drill bit set. As you can see, it does not have a point or a finish with a T shape, it's just a standard drill. And obviously a screwdriver bit. Before you start drilling, you have to determine which type of roll plug you need to use. So basically, the most common ones you're going to be using is either a plasterboard, which is a plasterboard roll plug, which is obviously not a solid wall. So the roll plug basically goes in like that with a screw, and it should ideally hold. There are different types of roll plug. This is a little plastic bit I had at home. I can't find the other ones. So for that you can use, I use the standard drill bit, which obviously isn't wood, could be masonry. You can use a masonry drill bit. I usually improvise half of the time, but anyway. And this is a solid wall roll plug, which does not open in any way, but it has bits on the end just to keep it steady. So yeah, that's it, and in a second we're going to be drilling. So as an example, I brought a piece of wood here, so you can basically see how you drill into it. Basically, to start, we need to put a right bit in it, which is a screwdriver bit. Like I told you in a video already, you just close it up. Yep. I'm still on it, yeah. Make sure it's straight. Alright, that's closed. And you put a screw. Hold the screw a little bit. I usually start from a small power until the screw bites into wood. Okay, it did. Then I put it into a screw setting on my drill. I have to put another extra wood underneath it, so when you drive the screw in, I'm not going to be drilling forward because there's my worktop and I don't want to damage it. But basically, if you put the screw in the wrong way, or screw turned like here, press the left button, take the screw gently out and start again. I'm not sure if it's not visible. Oh, I wish I was left-handed. Let me try it the other way. Right, that's better. Okay, so you hold the screw. If it's wood, and it's soft wood, reduce the power on your drill bit. I usually like to do that. Be careful. Oh. Okay, now put it into a drill mode, and I usually like to guide the, I'm trying to show you, hold the drill like that and guide it down. Do not press on it too hard, obviously. Okay, I'm not going to put it in right in the middle because I end up damaging my worktop, but basically you guide it in. If it's a wall and you're struggling a little bit, when you're drilling, I usually keep my hand here and just push it, not as much as you can, but try to help the drill a little bit. But that's only with a solid wall and when you're drilling it through. I hope you find this video useful in any way. If I haven't covered anything, and bear in mind I am dizzy and I managed to forget half of the things, please let me know and I do another video.